Welcome guys back to another match preview, and today we are doing the Community Shield preview, Arsenal versus Liverpool. We are back in real action, this ain't friendlies, this ain't nothing, and already in a few weeks time we are back from the close off season, and instead of talking about transfers today, we'll be actually doing a match preview, and this will be of the Community Shield. Again, a charity match, I know, but still a trophy, it's still a trophy, and it's still something you want to go after, and it'd be nice, it's a curtain raiser, you put a stamp, you can put your stamp on for the season, showing yourself as a club that can go forward, can win, try and challenge for a title. Obviously, we won't be challenged for a title this season, but it's a good chance to, see some players, see how they do in big pressurous matches, and, we're against the Premier League champions, so it is going to be a pressurous match, especially when you're up against Liverpool's front three that they will probably deploy against us, so it'll be very interesting how the likes of Saliba will do in this game. And again, for Arsenal, I think we just need to try our players. A lot of players are coming back from their holidays because, obviously FA Cup final we played, so a lot of players are just coming back, and this is our, this is the first competitive game of any competition at the moment of the new season, so, players aren't going to be fit. We only just played MK Dons a few days ago. It's not going to be the best game in the world in terms of fitness. Players are going to be a bit tired. They're going to be a bit rusty, obviously coming back from the holidays, but hopefully not too rusty because we only just played the FA Cup final a few weeks ago. And Saliba, especially someone, hasn't played that much competitive football because the French league did get cancelled quite early. So he'll be raring to go. He did very well in the game against MK Dons, if you guys watched that one. And it'll be very interesting to see what Arsenal do in this game, and against a very good Liverpool side. We did beat them back in May. Well, when did we play Liverpool? I don't know when did we play Liverpool, but no, we didn't play May. Oh God, what am I saying? We played Liverpool. We played Liverpool sometime because I'm getting so confused with when the season ends. I'm so used to the season ending in May. It's like, oh my God, no mind. Come on, we did play Liverpool. We did beat them 2-1, and it was a game that we did very well in. We defended very well against them, and we took our chances. But bearing in mind it was 2 mistakes from them, but we did very well. And I think if Arteta can deploy that belief in his side, again, it's going to be very different players. Some players are now back from their holidays, not fully fit yet, but we do have a chance in this game. And to be honest, if we lose this game, it's not the biggest problem, because I'd rather us lose this game and then win the third match of the season at Anfield, because that's more important in terms of the league position. In the league, it's bigger to beat Liverpool at Anfield in the league than beat them in a Community Shield, which doesn't really matter. Yes, it's a trophy, but we've got lots of these and it doesn't really count, does it? So I'd rather us win that game at Anfield in the third match day 3. But yeah, it's just a game. It's just a game. If we win it, we win it. We lose it, we lose it. No hard feelings. But I really want to see the players step up, show from themselves, see if they can stake a claim. Players like Oneni, players like Willock, they really need to step up now if they do want to make it into the squad for first team action, for Oneni especially, and Saliba to really show himself as the new William van Dijk. Yeah, hopefully that comes true. But yeah, we'll be looking at team news quickly. First of all, Callum Chambers, he will not be ready. It says here on the Arsenal website that he'll be back full training as possible this calendar year. So I don't think he'll be back until around December, January time. So he's out. Pablo Mari is out. Apparently it says here he's going to be back in full training in September. Bernd Leno, who had an knee injury against Brighton, pretty much second of when the season restarted, he is now back. He played against MK Dons, so he's back in full fitness. And Mikel Arteta did say in his press conference that he has been training very well. Gabriel Martinelli, he had some serious injury, and he's going to be out until 2021. Squadron Mustafi, he's doing all right, but he's not going to be available till September as well, or September, October. I'm not too sure how long Mustafi's going to be out, but he's not going to be available for this game. So for the rest of the squad, some are coming back from holiday, some coming back into full fitness. So again, when I do go into this predicted lineup, don't expect it to be very strong because I'm not too sure. I'm not wary of the situation. Arteta's press conference didn't help too much either. So let's get straight into the predicted lineup for Arsenal. Starting off in goal, I'm going to go with Bernd Leno. I haven't heard much of Martinez. He wasn't in the squad for the MK Dons game, and Bernd Leno did play the first half of the MK Dons game, so it does suggest that he will start this game. Mikel Arteta was speaking highly of him, saying that he has been training really well, Bernd Leno, and he is back in full training. He's fully fit now, and I think just to get some more minutes under his belt, he will play in this Community Shield against Liverpool. So in goal, I'm going to go with Bernd Leno. I'm going to go with the 4 at the back because I've had enough of this 3 at the back. You know, when we go forward, you know, right now in the current day and age, 4-3-3 is what most teams are going to be rolling with nowadays. So I think we really need to start using this 4-3-3. And now we've got some good defenders in. Yes, Gabriel's not going to play for a while. I don't know when that's going to be announced, but we do need to try and convert into that position. It'll be interesting to see what we do in this game. But I'm going to go with the 4-3-3. And on right back, I'm going to go with Ainsley Maitland-Niles. Now, Ainsley Maitland-Niles, Arteta was speaking highly of him in his press conference, saying he doesn't want him to leave. He's a very good player, but he may move on. He did hint that he could go, but I think Ainsley will stake his claim at right back. Hector Bellerin, I'm not too sure about him, when he will come back, etc. And I think Maitland-Niles didn't put a foot wrong in that MK Dons game, so I'm going to put him in that position. In the 2 at the back, I'm going to go William Saliba. William Saliba, a player, again, really impressive against MK Dons. You know, it really shows what we can see for him in weeks and months to come, in years to come from William Saliba. Very comfortable. Yes, it's against MK Dons, and that's why I think he needs to play in this Liverpool game, you know, just to put those doubters wrong that he can be the one leading us forward. Again, Arteta did speak of him highly, saying, you know, he's showing very good signs, training really well, doing all the right things, but he also said that he has all the qualities to be a very good player. So I think Saliba, I've got no problem in putting him next to him. Next to William Saliba, I'm going to go with David Luiz. Now, last time David Luiz played in a 4, it was against Man City away, and you know what happened that day. You don't need reminding, but I do think Saliba doesn't need that experience face next to him, and I think David Luiz, regardless of how bad he plays in a 4, I think he will provide that experience for Saliba, and I think it's much necessary. You know, we need to move out of that 4, and I think Luiz, you know, early part of his Arsenal career, when, you know, back a year ago or so, you know, he did play in that 4 and he played alright. I think under Arteta it's not worked for him under a 4, but hopefully we can try and convert to that 4 at the back, and Luiz does play a good experienced role and really does get the job done for us, especially in this Community Shield. But I have no problem putting David Luiz next to William Saliba. Hopefully he doesn't ruin Saliba, but we'll have to see. On left back, I'm going to go with Kieran Tierney. Very obvious, best left back, probably one of the best left backs in the Premier League, not even kidding, if you've watched this guy properly. And I think left back is his preferred position. You know, he doesn't want to be playing left centre back. We only played him there because Kolasinac was not fit enough to play there. He was really bad in that position, so I really want to see him in his preferred left back position, bombing up and down that pitch, being really good defensively and offensively. So I'm going to go with Kieran Tierney at left back. I'm going to go with the 3 in midfield now, and first of all, I'm going to go Granit Xhaka. He started the game against MK Dons, and I fully do expect him to play this game as well. Again, an experienced face Arteta has used a lot in his side, especially since Project Restart, and I think he's a pivotal part to the squad going forward, regardless of whether Arsenal fans like it or not. So I'm going to put Granit Xhaka there. Next to Granit Xhaka, I'm going to go Joe Willock. He actually does quite well against Liverpool. I remember in the 5-5 game, he actually scored against them, really did well, really impressed me. So I have no problem with putting him in there. And he did it, I'm pretty sure, in the last game against Liverpool, feature as well. So I've got no problem playing Joe Willock in that position. He's a very good player with a lot of energy, and I think he can be very, very vital in that midfield for us to provide the energy to go forward, and hopefully he can prove himself. And you never know, Willock could be, you know, he could be his breakout season. I don't think last year was very good for him. I think he needs more game time, more experience, and hopefully if the likes of Thomas Partey does come in, he can learn from him. But for now, I'm going to go with Joe Willock in that sort of more advanced role in the 3. Lastly, whether you like it or not, I'm going to go Mohamed Elneny. Oh god, let's see how this one pans out. You know, Mikel Arteta did speak about Mohamed Elneny, saying he's a good player, quite quality, but he doesn't know whether he'll stay. In my opinion, I don't think he'll stay. I think he will be shipped out, especially if we do get Hassem Aouar, Dani Ceballos or Thomas Partey. But at the moment, we are quite low in that position, and I can't see any other player fitting in there, you know, in terms of fitness, whether they're back. You know, Dani Ceballos is also gone. He's not here. You know, he's at Real Madrid at the moment. Whether we sign him or not, that's a question for another day. But for Elneny, I think he did play in that game against MK Dons, did score from 40 yards in the game against MK Dons, and I think that will give him a bit of confidence. Arteta will realise that, and maybe if he performs in this game, he could have a future at Arsenal, but who knows. But I'm going to go Mohamed Elneny, and the 3 in midfield is Granit Xhaka, Joe Willock and Mohamed Elneny for me. Up front as the 3, first of all, on the left hand side, I'm going to go Willian. I don't know why he wasn't in the MK Dons game, but I'm pretty sure he is fit enough to play this game. He did have a little injury, and I'm pretty sure he has recovered from that. The only reason he didn't play in the FA Cup final, or he didn't feature, because I'm pretty sure, you know, he was about to go to Arsenal. Lampard realised that and didn't feature him in the game at all. So I think Willian will start in this game. I really want to see Willian play, especially on that left hand side, and hopefully he can deliver for us. So I have no problem putting Willian on that left hand side. Up front as the main striker, I'm going to go Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Aubameyang did play start the game against MK Dons, didn't get a goal for himself, but again, he's a pivotal part to a squad. Hopefully he does sign that team. Mikel Arteta was saying in his press conference that he looks like he will sign. It is very close, so I have no problem in putting Aubameyang up front in this really crucial game against Liverpool. And on the right hand side, I'm going to go Reiss Nelson. Again, did very well against MK Dons, and I think he deserves a start in this game against Liverpool. He did play in the last game against Liverpool. I'm pretty sure he did actually score. So I think using that confidence and moving into this game, I think Mikel Arteta will realise that I'm playing probably. And again, maybe this could be the year for Reiss Nelson, but who knows? And that is the front three of Willian, Aubameyang and Nelson. So for the full team, it's Leno, Maitland-Niles, Saliba, Luiz, Tierney, Elneny, Willock, Xhaka, Nelson, Aubameyang and Willian. So yeah, that is my predicted lineup. What do you guys think? Leave it in the comment section down below. What is your prediction for this game? I'm not going to give a prediction because it's so hard to give predictions for these games, and it could really go either way. I think you'll go to penalties. Let's just say that. I think it'll be like a 1-1 draw, and I think you'll go to penalties. And I'm not going to say who wins it on penalties because it really could go either way. Last time we played them on penalties, we did actually lose, but we did play a load of kids in that game, players that were probably like, you know, under 23s basically, and that wasn't really quite good. So I have no problem with this starting 11. I think it's good enough to beat this Liverpool side if it's at its best. If it's at its worst best, then I think we could get smashed, but hopefully we don't. And that is my preview for the game against Liverpool in the Community Shield. Let's see how we do in this game. Come on, you Gunners. See you guys in the next one. Bye bye.